It's the Villains Talk Show. Woo!
We did it.
With C4, Sara, Vike. Not Insanieac tonight, Sir Jeremy, and the Great Grease Goblin.
It's the Goblin.
Yeah.
Hello, and I always forget it's the Goblin.
Who wrote it?
Hello, and welcome to the Villains Talk Show and podcast. We are your hosts, the Villains. I am basically like the ringmaster, C4.
That's what you think. That's what we let you think.
Beside me is Sara Vike. Beside her is the Great Goblin, Great Grease Goblin. And out in the ether, he'll be our ghost for the night. Our voice in the wind, Sir Jeremy. I was gonna say that's when you say something other than just cough. Jesus.
Maybe not even a voice.
Thanks for making me look like a dick.
It's a voice on the wind, so I had to cough like the wind.
Yeah, did you know the wind just coughs?
So it works.
It's like a doctor.
But can you see the colors of them?
Ooh, I can.
Sometimes. It depends on the year.
Can you see the colors of Jeremy?
We can't right now, but usually we can.
Yeah,
so before we lose full control, here at the Villains Talk Show, we split up what we do. On Sundays we do 1 shots or 2 shots, I guess. Like it mostly became 2 shots. It's basically 2-part 2 shots. And then Wednesdays we do a podcast, essentially. If you don't catch the whole show here, we load it up on podcast or YouTube. So yeah, that's just what we do. And hello to the chat. Hello Rahala. Hello.
Hello. Are there humans in the chat?
There are. It's just I know.
Are there not humans in the chat?
Not
Possibly.
yes.
That depends on what they.
You know what? Yes.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna say yes.
I mean, you always have to ask, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Don't
How do
be
you identify?
So today is Wednesday, which means we are doing the podcast version of the show. And today's topic, as you can see up here.
I can't see that, so no idea what you're talking about.
Up here
It's the other side.
is
It's
a-
below you.
it's a weird topic. It's I said media changing tone, but what it is we're talking about when you, how do I describe it? Anyone can help me at any time. It's
No, I don't think I will.
the idea when you go in, you thinking you're gonna go watch a movie and you think it's a horror movie, but it turns out to be a comedy. And everything you've been fed and sold by the media or by everyone around you has been one direction, but it is another. And yeah, I guess I will do it as I seem to always do and just get this show on the road.
John, I got this.
Oh, do you? Please.
Yes. So, John, what media has changed the tone for you?
Thank you. Such hard hitting.
What movie was something that you didn't expect it to be, John?
Such hard hitting journalism. I love it.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Well, what made me
we don't beat around the bush here.
You know what? What made me think about the topic and what got me originally thinking about this was I was thinking about Rambo and another movie. What was the other movie? Jason.
Camp Crystal Lake.
That's right. I'm wearing the shirt. I'm so smart. Everyone loves how smart I am.
We do?
Sure.
I was thinking about
when?
Right?
Because we were talking about Scream, me and Sir Jeremy, a couple weeks ago or last week, and how Scream, the entire premise of Scream, obviously, is, I mean, it's a play on flat slasher flicks. It's the idea that you do what you do in the horror movie. And someone said the Green Mile. That's a great one. The Green Mile. I didn't even think about that. What I was gonna say was Yeah, like Scream, the original Friday the 13th, Camp Crystal Lake, the original, and and Rambo. Rambo's it. Because Rambo, everyone thinks that movie's like a crazy action film or a crazy action movie. Or like it's always portrayed as such, and all the sequels are. But the original is it's about a broken man who it's about why can't I think of it? God damn. PTSD. It is an entire movie on PTSD. That was really hard to say. But I was trying to think about it, and like I wanted to talk about books too, but it's really hard for that to come across in books because books that just boils down to don't judge a book by its cover. I mean, you could get really into the nitty gritty and then go into like subversion of tropes, where like you talk about one of my favorite books of all time. Oh my god, I guess I could. Thinking of more, one of my favorite books that does this is called Magic Kingdom for Sale. I've talked about it on here before, but I'll just briefly touch on it. It
I
looks
literally just edited where you talked about it.
yeah, it looks like it just looks like a fantasy book, but it's not. It's the entire idea about what if the savior of this magic kingdom was a 50-year-old lawyer from New York who had no fighting skills and doesn't magically get fighting skills, just uses his ability of litigation. It's really good. It's nowhere near as boring as it sounds. I understand how boring. It's called Magic Kingdom for Sale.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that sounds a lot like Princess Bride.
Princess Bride?
Where I think it's Princess Bride, isn't it? Where the girl from New York gets pulled through and she's like the savior. Andre the Giant. You killed my father in ignoring.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it, but how did you think that movie starts?
It's a girl from New York. It's pulled through a portal.
What?
No, it's a
Pretty
boy
sure
in his it's a boy in his bed being told a story from his grandpa in Chicago. And then he's like, I'm going to tell you this story, Richie. He's like, oh, I don't want to hear a story about a love story, which is great. This is like, I didn't even think about the Princess Bride. This is perfect. Everyone, like, you think it's it's a fantasy movie, but it's actually a fantastic movie.
Yeah, it's a fantastic fantasy movie. That just doesn't start like a fantasy movie at all.
It doesn't.
True.
Oh. Any other examples? Any others we're going to throw into the pool?
Pokemon 2.
No. God.
Yes.
Oh, you hurt. It
Like
hurts.
Pokemon 2000.
Oh, my heart.
I don't know.
You've just never seen the Pokemon movies, have you, John?
I actually, you know what? Take a sidebar here to answer that. That is not true. I got to see
Detective Pikachu doesn't count.
No. I got to go to the pre-showing of the first Pokemon movie. I even got the special Pokemon card
Okay,
of
so I'm mixing my
Mewtwo.
things up. It was the 10th Kingdom. That's the one. I think it's
The
called
what?
the 10th Kingdom.
Huh.
What is
Oh,
Ready
I've
Player
heard of
One
that.
about?
There
I've
was,
never...
Really? Ready Player One is about the
Oh.
future
Sorry,
and
Ruhala.
gaming turning into VR.
Rouge Hala in chat said Ready Player One isn't really about video games. I've never actually seen it or read the book. I've heard the
That's
book's
true.
good.
It's not.
I know Ender's Game is really... I know Ender's Game's about that. The entire book's the premise that it's supposed to be a video game, but it's actually like this kid wiping out an alien civilization. But yeah, sorry. I interrupt you, Jeremy. What's Ready Player One about?
Oh, you're asking me. I thought you were gonna ask for. Okay. It's. I gotta think about that for a second. There's another movie that's very comparable.
The Last
Wanna see-
Starfighter?
Think,
I want to see Page Master actually.
Sometimes I
It's more-
love
it's
how
more
old
like
we
the
are.
adventure through modern media. Yeah, the 80s,
Yeah, that's
80s
exactly.
talking about power corrupts and
Ah, yeah.
power corrupts, and it's like an adventure through modern media. It's like the guy sells his video game, or not who sells it. He has like the big huge contest to like give his video game away because he doesn't want the corporate America.
He died.
Yeah, he died, but he holds a contest in his death to give away his video game because he doesn't want the corporate side of his company.
And it's all about Easter eggs.
Mm-hmm.
It's a giant Easter egg hunt.
Well,
It really is.
it's a giant modern media hunt, right? Because they go through the race and King Kong, and then you got to do the horror movie thing.
Yeah, and
So
then
it's like the different forms of media.
Okay.
Huh. I never thought about it that way.
And the goal of the movie is you find all these Easter eggs and
Well, these kids have been playing this game for years and nobody ever figured it out, and then they start putting pieces together. And then these small, like, ragtag band of kids get together as, like, each one of them kind of has solutions to this puzzle.
and they all share the prize at the end. It sounds like Will.
Yeah.
Like,
More
I don't.
like he gets it at the end, and then him and his friends run this company, right?
I don't mean
Yeah.
to shit on this movie, but it just sounds like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory with extra
That's another
steps.
good. Actually,
That's
another good
exactly-
comparison. Yeah, that's another good comparison.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
It's a video game version of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
And then there's a
Yeah.
sequel too.
Ready Player Two.
There is a sequel to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory as well.
Just for that
There
just
is.
came out, didn't it? And they're working on it.
It came out last year-ish,
Last year?
like end of last year.
So I just
Yeah.
heard that they're possibly doing a rendition for Player 2.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Ready Player
The book
2.
was really good.
Was
Was
it?
it?
Yeah, I got it on pre-sale.
Rujhala
I loved that
says.
first movie. The first movie was great. All of the
Yeah, it
different
was
like
good.
Rujhala
it was
says.
nostalgia. Like, it was awesome.
Sorry, Rujhala says logic puzzles and learning how to play as a team. I'm guessing she's talking about the movie.
Yeah, the player.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So it's kind of played out now. Because if you think about it, back in the 80s, like, you have... they do it for some movies. Like, I can imagine... I'm trying to think of commercials
Tron would be a good
for,
one.
for old movies in the 80s and 90s, if you remember, Jeremy. Like, they would do that with a few movies. Like, fuck, I'm trying to think of that one movie. It was absolute crap. Oh...
You need to be a bit more specific.
Yeah, that's a lot
Yeah.
of movies in the 80s.
No, it would be 90s, mid 90s. And everyone thought
Bill.
it was supposed to be this super awesome action movie. Goddamn, it'll come to me. It'll hit me in the head.
I wish I was there so that I could just throw it at you. Find it and just throw it at your head.
It's fine. But, I mean, it's easy to do that in video games. I mean, there's a whole thing on it with doing that kind of thing in video games now. I mean, what is it? Spiffing Brit did a video? No, who did it? Someone did a video recently. I need to give credit where I heard it from. I don't think of it. Where it's like those games you see on Facebook, those really shitty games. So you click on that game to try and play it, and the game inside is completely different. And you maybe play those actual Facebook
Yeah.
shitty game on the game you download maybe 1% of the time. And so there's someone who actually got so fed up, they took all those shitty mini games and made an app where you can download the app and play all those shitty mini games.
That's great.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
But I mean, how many times have you downloaded a game or played a game? I can countless times where I'm like, oh, I can't wait to play this game. It's going to be first person. No, it's an RTS strategy game. Well, how am I supposed to know? There's no art on the goddamn I mean, you can't do that now. Nowadays, that's like a moot point, and people are probably like listening to me like, wow, what year is this guy from? But there was no
1872.
There was no fancy dancy like video game trailers. The video game trailer you had was some high resolution, like crazy monstrosity, and then pictures of gameplay that aren't from the game, and then you load the game and it's just 8-bit pixels put it on a painted screen. I'm talking to you, Final Fantasy. Oh, forever.
Ugh.
It took. I always wanted a first-person Final Fantasy game, and then one came out, and everyone shat on it, and made me so mad. So it was like my thing.
Do you like the FPSs?
Yes, FPS is in my blood. Some of my.
So you're one of them COD players.
Ew, no! I don't play no deathmatch. Give me
Yes, thank you, sir.
give me the raw, uncut cocaine of Counter Strike.
What about Fortnite?
Gross.
Oh my god, I hate how young you are, but I love it. But Jesus, my god,
I have never played Fortnite. I will say that now.
bullshit.
I have. My
Oh.
my
I have.
brothers-in-law taught me.
I played about 2 hours with a friend,
It was fun.
and then
Yeah.
I never played
I
again.
didn't play for long, but
Wait, no, that's a lie. I played once when the Thanos event was going on, and I won as Thanos.
See, I knew it.
good job.
Once.
I've seen Wolverine was on there, and then I seen they got DC characters too, and I'm like, no, you can't have Wolverine and Joker. That's against the rules.
But they did it.
Yeah, I know. It's against the rules. They can
That's
go burn
just
in fire
insanity.
now.
Why would you do that? That's
They've
insane.
broken reality. You're not allowed to do that.
Exactly.
Actually, they didn't. There's actually a character in both universes that keep the separate universes apart.
Well, see, that's the problem. Now they're not
He
keeping
didn't do
them
his
apart.
job.
Yeah, but they're not. Yeah, exactly. They're clearly not keeping them apart.
Ow. That's all I have to say to that. Ow. But yeah, I mean, how many? I guess getting into the meat of what I wanted to get into is how many times have we been deceived for the better or worse? Because it's basically surprising you that we've fallen into these media, or I guess lack of media traps for some of them, especially if you're as old as me. And all you'd have to look at was a book cover. And you didn't realize as a kid that the book covers with all the fancy pictures and all the fanciness on them are the shit books. And the books that just say the name with like a couple of colors are actually the good books.
Are you telling me that you're judging books by their covers?
I'm telling you that authors judge their books by their covers. And if they don't believe in the words that are in their covers, they will paint over it with as much shit as possible.
One movie that I can think of was Glass. 2019 M. Night Shyamalan film.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
That was
know.
not. Nobody knew it was going to be a superhero movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Unbreakable. He used the same twist. It was just
Yeah.
you were young enough, Caden, that you don't remember when he used the Unbreakable twist, but I remember.
I've
I
seen
remember.
Unbreakable.
Well, and then the end of Glass when they is it Glass? What was the first one? Unbreakable's the first one, right?
Unbreakable's the first one, then it's Glass.
Unbreakable.
No, then it's Split.
Split. That's
Split.
right.
Also really good.
And it's because you at Split you didn't expect it to be in the superhero universe either, and then all of
No.
a sudden they throw Bruce Willis in right at the very last credit scene.
Well, then that wouldn't make
Well,
sense
Marvel
because
because-
Glass, you'd come in knowing it's a superhero movie because it's about Mr.
Yeah,
Glass.
It was the second one is what I meant to say, not Glass. Split.
Are you talking
Split
about
was
the
that
third
had
one?
No, I'm talking about the second one. 'Cause
Not
Split
you.
Was the one you didn't
Not
know
talking-
it was,
I was talking about the third one because I didn't expect it to be a superhero movie. I'll be honest.
What?
Oh, okay. See, if you see the first two, then
Yeah,
you do.
I saw Split, but I didn't. I've seen Unbreakable. I just didn't remember Unbreakable.
That's fair.
Wait. You've seen Unbreakable, you've seen Split, and then you go see
Remember
Glass.
How old Unbreakable is, though. I had to go back.
But
and be
wait.
Bruce
But he
Willis-
goes
Bruce
into
Willis
Glass.
in a second.
He
Wasn't
goes-
in another M. Night Shyamalan, and that's where I caught on to the Unbreakable thing.
No.
You mean like the movie that doesn't exist?
No.
Mm.
No. He said he did not expect Glass to be a superhero movie.
Yes.
You've seen Split and Unbreakable, but you don't
Yes.
go into the third. What? Like, am I the only one confused by this?
I mean, they do spend a good time building up the villain in Split.
Like,
Yeah.
what did you expect? That Glass was going to be a precursor to about a kid who can't. They do that in the Unbreakable movie. What did you think the movie was going to be about?
To be honest.
What do you think the movie was gonna be about?
I don't know.
I think you heard
Trailer
it.
was
Like,
very
someone
misleading.
That's fair. It's
gonna be
okay.
good.
The trailers were very misleading.
But you knew it was the third part.
Oh, sorry, Kate. I'm calling you out on that one. Glasses trailers were all like, "This is a superhero movie." Almost
Yeah.
every single one of them.
What?
Almost every single one of them. After they dropped the Bruce Willis thing at the end of Split, every single one of Glasses trailers were like, "Here's the supervillain. Here's the other supervillain. Here's your hero. Here's your hero again. Here's your hero in an action pose."
No. I'm going. It's not a superhero movie, guys. It's probably gonna be like just some like noir movie, some neo noir, maybe a real life drama.
For like a very superhero pushing movie, where the other two they were trying to conceal it.
It's like going into a New Hope, like not a New Hope, in the Phantom Menace, and being like, no, guys, this you guys don't understand.
Good.
This movie's about force politics. This has nothing to do with Jedi.
I say it's more like going to the Last Jedi and expecting a Star Wars movie.
It's like going to Crystal Skull and expecting an Indiana Jones movie.
Oh yeah.
God, why isn't this a joke yet?
That was a Tarzan movie, wasn't it?
I'm coining. We're coining this phrase. Oh, that's so good. Oh man. But yeah,
It's
no.
hilarious. So the director behind The Last Jedi wants to do an episode of The Mandalorian too. Like, oh, he just wants to have
Oh,
success
no.
for once. You're gonna come in and ruin the other thing Star Wars has left. No, you go, sir.
See, this is why I
What a bad
respect.
idea.
Like, if you go back and look at the marketing for Rambo, the original Rambo movie, it portrays itself as an action movie. And the director said that he wanted that because he wanted people to come in thinking it was an action movie. So many people who didn't see Rambo think it's an action movie. And then you go into Rambo, and unless you're a soulless monster, you're just in tears at the end of the movie. It's so good in that sense. Because you're like, oh, when do we get the flashbacks to Vietnam? Not coming. Okay, when do we get the insane murder killing? Oh, it's not coming. I get to watch a grown man cry in the forest because he keeps having flashbacks from Vietnam and people don't understand him.
25 minutes scene of him invading that prisoner camp. But the
Yeah,
rest of the movie is about PTSD and how he wants to turn that mission down, and then it's like his PTSD is what forces him into going because he doesn't want any of those other prisoners to go through that shit and have to be stuck in that country.
I thought that was the
breaks down.
second movie. I thought that was...
I'm pretty sure that's the first movie. The second movie was an action movie all the way through.
No, the first movie, he goes to town to just move away,
Yeah.
and he gets bullied
They
by a bunch of
follow him.
rednecks.
Yeah, well, there's that too. But he also gets bullied by the army trying to make him go into doing this because he's the most badass special ops agent they ever had.
Yeah, but he never goes in the first movie.
Pretty sure he does.
I
There's
guarantee
that
it.
one little war camp, and you see just flashes of those guys get captured and taken into the camp.
All right, we need to solve this. Oh, great knower of things we call the internet, tell us the answer.
I'm looking it up on Bing right now. Don't worry.
I hate you. Oh my god. Oh, I can't even type my soul. Oh. Oh my god.
And of
What?
course, he had to specify that it was on Bing just to get the reaction.
Yeah,
Oh, it's so gross.
especially when Google is so much better than Bing.
Yet you're still
what?
doing it, huh?
You're doing it on your Internet Explorer.
Oh no. I'm doing it on my what am I using? Because it's not Chrome.
Linux.
It's actually Microsoft Edge.
Ah.
You're
That-
using
Wait. You're using Microsoft Edge and you have a bunch of behind you? Dude, are you even trying anymore? Because it's just...
Apparently not.
It's just the Edge one.
Yes. Yes.
First Blood. Return to the United States, civilian life. He attempted to join a diner in a town, gets a temporary job. His harassment triggers flashbacks. Colonel Samuel, Romer's commander officer, arrives.
Chief Deputy Art Galt. Teasel's officers abuse Rambo, triggering flashbacks and torturing him as a POW in Vietnam when they tried to de-shave him with straight razor.
Well, he has flashbacks. Yeah, I remember that.
That's the military that's bullying them, not rednecks.
No, it says right here.
No, led by sadistic Chief Deputy Art Galt. Diesel's officers abuse Rambo. This is Wiki.
Where are you looking?
Wikipedia.
That's where I'm looking.
On First Blood? Are you looking up specifically First Blood?
Yes.
Because I'm on the First Blood page.
Point.
Maybe Caden is also on it, just furiously editing.
Look at these.
Hey, anyway.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Paragraph on the
Not, he
plot,
should
dude.
be.
First line on the third paragraph of the plot.
Yes, he's coming back.
No! Led by sadistic Chief Deputy. That's. Jeez. Come on, read.
Yeah, deputy. Yeah, officer.
He can.
Officer.
Yes, the officers of the military. Chief Deputy.
Who do you think you
No.
are? Insaniac?
No, chief deputy officer, as in like pew pew. I look at
Someone's
law
gotta fill the form.
enforcement from the city.
That's true, yeah.
That is city law enforcement. Keep reading. Keep reading.
Oh, yeah.
Keep reading.
Still, it's the law enforcement. It's not rednecks. It's the law enforcement.
Point
They call it
is,
rednecks in pawn, but they're the law enforcement.
yes, but it's not the military.
Government. Yeah, it's still government.
Huh. You're making me question my whole existence there.
Is that anything new, though?
Yes. Hey.
They probably
Ow. Anyway, just to try and get back on topic, if we ever have one, if we ever man, to ever have like an actual
really.
like discussion on topic, that would be insane one day. But
Yeah.
what I really wanted to talk about was it's just funny how you have this idea that with books you never judge a book by its cover, but
That's exactly what you judge a book by, really.
that's exactly what you judge a book by, and not just a book. Like,
I mean, isn't the synopsis on the back cover? But still the cover.
no,
So it's
I'm
still the cover.
but I'll be the first to admit I'm one of the worst for it. Like, people will tell me to watch something, I'll just take a look at it or get a gist of what an idea is and just, I won't watch it. Just because,
Yeah.
like, I'll
Yeah.
immediately have opinions about it. And then if I do make myself watch it, I find myself looking for the bad, which is even worse because then I force myself to hate it.
That's what I get stoned before I watch movies. So you go into no expectations, and then you forget what expectations you get.
That is a good idea. Yes. Suggest to all the people at home to take drugs before they watch movies or drink
It's legal.
alcohol.
There's not drugs now.
I guess you're right.
It's medicine.
It is now.
Well, it depends on where you are as to whether or not it's
also
legal.
entertainment.
Well, it's legal depending where you are.
We're 80% now of the states, so it's pretty much 100%. We're getting there. We're almost there.
It's legal depending where you
They're
are.
so busy with other things right now that it'll get there.
Hopefully.
Oh, dude, they got other things to worry about. I understand. The States is on fire from several angles.
You're not wrong.
What? We're talking about politics now? That's a twist. Who
It
would have
is a
expected
twist.
that out of this
I've
podcast?
been watching that movie for
Anybody
a
who's
while,
better
and that
than
is
this
not what I expected.
I need to have an air horn for every time we bring up politics. Bam!
Please don't. That would hurt.
That would be a good reminder.
No,
That you hate us?
that would deafen me and make me say, no, I'm not listening to you anymore.
I mean, what else is new?
I mean, would you be able to listen to him anymore?
Exactly.
Anyway, no, I just find it ridiculous how we grow up and we tell our children and we tell ourselves literally like don't judge a book by its cover, but we all blatantly ignore it, and we ignore it when it's convenient. Not saying people do it all the time. Like if it's something that matters in terms of someone's individuality, more people have become way more open to that, and so it's become less ignorable. But there's some people that do, but it kind of bleeds out. Right? And it's funny how we keep telling people not to do it, but it's the first thing I'll do, and I hate it, but I do it. And, and I acknowledge that I do it, but it's the path of least resistance, and it's kind of hilarious. That's why I really enjoy
it. At the
it.
same time, though, what else are you going to judge it by? I mean, once you've read it, certainly don't judge it by its cover, but before you've read it, what else do you have to go on?
Well, see, now that's the beauty of...
Or are you just going to read every single book ever because you refuse to judge any of them before you read them?
Well, I have two attacks to this. The first one is do what some movies have done, which is don't show pretty much anything. Show small snippets that don't tell you anything about the movie.
I hate that. I am the person who loves
it. I like
spoilers.
that.
I will look up spoilers before I see a movie, just because I hate not knowing.
It's because of you we can't have nice things.
Yeah, you're not allowed to have nice things.
The book before, like partway through. Thank you. I don't know. For me, it's actually like an anxiety thing because I have crazy anxiety. So if I'm watching a movie and I don't know what's going to happen at the end, I just get anxious. I'm really talented. Okay.
That's the excitement. Once I've watched a movie or done something, it becomes unexciting, and I cannot watch or do it again. Like, it's boring.
No, for me, it's not exciting to not know what's going to come. For me, it's just scary to not know what's going to come.
I'm on the opposite end of that table.
Yeah.
I love to be surprised.
Yeah.
I love being surprised.
Yeah, probably.
Sarah, it's people like you. We can't have nice things.
It's not my fault that anything happens. I've never told you spoilers for anything. I can if you'd like me to.
Oh,
she has all of them apparently.
Rouge Hala says, "I love previews. My hubby strongly dislikes them."
Every day is a surprise.
It looks like Rouge Hala agrees with you, Sarah. So you have.
Really hate surprises.
I just kind of fill that in for me a little bit. All right.
I hate surprises.
You have support in the chat, Sarah.
Life sucks.
Thank
I knew what happened every
day. You so much.
I love surprises. I hate being spoiled. I actually, you know what? I actually spoiled my birthday. I spoiled my own birthday present recently. I was so mad. And I didn't even mean to. I went. Okay,
presents and Christmas presents are the worst. I hate when those are surprises.
I'll show the chat.
Now I've got something that I have to react to and like pretend that I like it or pretend that I don't. I don't know. I just have to react to it on the spot, and it's scary, and maybe I don't even want it. I don't know.
Reacting on the spot is what
Are you saying
makes you know you're alive?
Natural. You're afraid to make a natural response to stimuli within the world. I'm scared for you, Sarah. How are you not a bubble person?
It's ridiculous, actually, Jeremy. Some of the things that Sarah has told me, knowing her as well as I do, like, and I'm like, Sarah, why don't you just speak your mind and say this? Oh no, I can't do that. Why? Why can't you? You're twice their size, Sarah. Just speak your mind. Jesus Christ.
Because I have tact, John.
Sometimes life doesn't need tact. Sometimes life needs to be embraced by the collision that is your fury.
I think life just needs to be.
Someone scream cap. That's a great saying.
On Rage, so yeah.
Exactly. Rouge Hala says, "Yes, Sarah is my people." So you.
Thank you. I appreciate you. We could be best friends, unlike these weirdos.
I don't know what you're talking about.
She also says, "Oh, Sarah, we're sisters from another mister. I sent my hubby links to things I want as gifts."
Yes, that's exactly
Wink,
what I
wink,
do.
nudge, nudge. Get me this.
No, that's exactly what I do. I tell people, hey, I need this and this and this. So could you get me something from that list?
I hate
I
that.
really appreciate
And then you get multiple.
No, I
I
charge people different things.
I'll do it for a
No.
friend, but if
It's-
like if it's someone I love or if it's someone like one of my best friends, I will look at the list and I will purposely not get something on the list and get something
No.
that's tactfully close because I adore surprises.
I don't.
Oh, I never spoil myself. I'm the kid that when you tell him not to open his eyes, they'd be not opened. They would be shut. You could throw me in front of a bus and I would be happy that that bus hit me because I would be so surprised for the split second of life I have left.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
that's problematic too.
Is it?
Does that explain a lot of my personality?
It does. It does.
Oh man, we got way off topic.
Yeah.
Not really.
Media,
I mean, we always do, but
media
No, that's what
change.
makes this episode perfect because we started out talking about one thing, and then we turned it into something completely different. Just like
Yeah,
the
but that's not
topic.
a surprise. That's not unusual.
You know what?
Yeah, but
It isn't.
People who haven't seen the episodes might be surprised.
True. True.
Are we just changing it to surprises?
Yes.
It's
Sarah
kind of always
doesn't.
was.
Sarah doesn't like surprises. What's your
No.
worst? What's the worst kind of surprise, Sarah? For you, not like someone died. Not don't be
Yeah,
stupid.
Yeah. Don't cop
Yeah,
out on this.
don't cop out anything easy. Worst kind of surprises, Sarah.
The worst kind of surprise?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I gotta change the title card now.
Probably something where
Dicks.
I don't know. This is it relates to gifts pretty well, I suppose. Something where I have to pretend to feel something that I don't. So like if someone gives me something that I didn't want or don't need or have no use for, having to pretend to be happy about it. That's probably the worst kind of surprise.
My God, you would love my family. We don't pretend. If you give a gift in my family, I'm not like this, but if you give a gift in my family that we don't like, the first thing that comes out of our mouth is, "Oh, do you have the receipt? I can just trade it in for credit." And we'd say that to each other's face. And like my family, it's no big deal, but like you say that to other people and it's literally slapping someone in the face. But like
Yeah.
Sarah, if you ever get a present from my mom and you say that to her, she'll be like, "Oh, totally. Like it'd just be no problem."
Perfect. Perfect. Good to know. That is
Ooh,
funny.
that is a good one.
Discovering you've been cheating on's easy though. That's an
I've
easy. That's
never
a
had that
horrible
discovery.
surprise. It's a horrible surprise, but that's easy. I'm talking about hard surprises, like ones that you would never truly in the back of your mind feel.
Theoretically, good surprise.
Like, okay, I got
I
one.
would
I got
be
one.
pretty horribly surprised
I got
if
one.
I found out I was being cheated on.
Hold on,
but
hold on. I got one.
I'm not, so
Worst but best surprise. Worst but best surprise. Thanksgiving morning, 2015 or 16. I'm sleeping in my basement apartment, and I wake up about 6 or 7 in the morning to the huge boom in my fucking house. And I look, and my cat's on my bed, and there's just water everywhere, and it's just rushing everywhere. Thanksgiving morning. And my hot water tank blew.
oh,
And everything was covered in water. I had no water for a week. And I basically told my boss I didn't want to come into work the next day. She said, fine. I didn't even go to Thanksgiving dinner because I was taking my stuff out of water. It was the worst Thanksgiving ever. But I just remember finding out two things. A, the water tank was in my closet, and B, that thing goes through ceilings. Like all I heard was the boom, and like my ears rang, so I guess I kind of was still asleep when it happened. Well, I mean, I was. This is not even kind of. I was. But like that thing went up to the second floor. It didn't go through the roof, but that thing went like through fucking tile. That thing was nuts. That was a worse surprise. That was a horrible surprise. That was something I I both thoroughly love to tell because I knew at the time like this would be a great story, but past C4 hated his life that day.
I believe it. That sounds pretty awful.
It was
Just a little bit.
just a little bit. It was pretty bad.
Okay, Sarah, what would you define as a good surprise then?
Me?
No,
No,
me.
Is your
A
name
good
Sarah?
surprise?
Oh, that's a good
Maybe.
one.
Who knows? A
Maybe.
good surprise?
Hey, I can be whatever I want.
Sending.
I don't know.
What would be a good surprise? Yeah.
Something that I was looking forward to is happening sooner than expected. That would be a good surprise.
Like, if I can be as metaphorical and as vague as possible, Valentine's Day coming early.
Okay.
That's all I need to say. That's all we need. I saw
Not
that.
sure I'm not sure what you're getting at there.
Nothing.
Actually.
Nothing.
Uh,
Nothing. Nothing.
quite frankly,
Nothing at
we
all.
don't really celebrate Valentine's Day, so
Nothing. Nothing at all. I was referencing nothing.
I have no idea what you're talking about right now, John.
I'm so glad.
Uh-huh. I mean, my best guess, whatever.
What's a good surprise, Sarah?
I just said something that I was looking forward to coming earlier than expected.
But like what?
Maybe like getting something delivered earlier than expected, or the release date for a movie I'm excited for gets moved up. Something like that. That would be a good surprise.
So something that you're expecting to get, but you get it sooner. Or
Yes.
something you're expecting to happen, but it happens more sooner or more quickly.
Yeah.
That's a good surprise.
Yeah. So something that I'm already expecting, but for some reason it's even more exciting.
So what you call a good surprise, I call convenient. Just so we're clear.
Okay, well,
Whenever that happens to me, something gets quicker than what I expected it to be, I say, that was convenient. That was
Well-
convenient.
I guess we have different ways of looking at the world.
No, we do. We definitely do. I wanted to...
I feel like my brain just needs time to process things. And so when I get surprised by something, I can't process it very quickly. And it just leaves me feeling overwhelmed and anxious and scared and unhappy. So that's really what it is. I need the time to process and to have things in my brain like set out and I know what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah. Is there a problem with my brain? Almost certainly.
I mean, if there wasn't, you wouldn't be on here.
No, definitely not.
Exactly.
That's why we're all here. So let's move across the table to the great Goblin. That's a bad surprise
Well,
to you,
that's a good
bud.
surprise.
Ha. Ha.
I mean, I could just cop out and say getting dumped on my birthday.
That's a good surprise?
You said a bad surprise.
No, I didn't.
You 100% did. You asked, what's a bad surprise?
Maybe. Okay. Well, I mean, that's obvious. I mean, but you're stealing that one.
No. It was in my birthday. First thing in the morning, I was woken up because my ex worked the day shift while I worked usually nights.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, yeah, I've been cheating on you. And she left.
That's horrifying. I am so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it happens.
I hope you're much happier now.
Have you ever
Oh.
seen Austin Powers?
No. Wait. Yes. I
The
don't
second.
remember, but I've seen it.
Jeremy, you've seen the second Austin Powers, right?
You know, all of them, of course.
When he wakes up and finds out his wife's a fembot. With her arms.
Yeah, and she like explode just so they could write her out of the movie.
Yeah.
Ah,
I'm
Awkward.
single again. All right, Jeremy. You knew it was coming.
There should be no surprises there.
What's this?
I'm
Well,
gonna
surprise!
mute you. I'm gonna mute you. I'm gonna go to your house.
Joke's
You know
on
where
you.
he
You don't know
lives?
where I live.
Joke's on
Oh
you.
wait, yes you do. I
Oh,
forgot I have to fill out all that paperwork.
Yes, you did.
I knew
maybe
that was
that's
the
the
only reason.
entire reason. He just wanted to know your address.
Oh my God.
I knew
Jeremy, please save me.
He doesn't know where I live. We're good.
it. Sweet, I'll come there. I'll come hang out with
Perfect.
you and your husband.
Perfect. He's asleep, but you know, it's all good.
I mean, you guys have a spare room.
Your husband might start cheating on you.
We we don't have a spare room actually.
Ooh.
He can sleep on the couch. It's all good. It's a comfortable couch, I promise.
So we secretly land Sarah and Jan are swingers.
Wait, that
Okay,
wasn't
no.
obvious?
There is no spare room suddenly.
There actually isn't, but
Oh. I
Go
mean,
stay at our house. There is no spare
I've
room.
often said I deserve to be a godfather.
not happening, John.
I didn't say of a child.
I don't understand, and I don't think
Are we
I want
starting
to,
the
so maybe
mafia?
Jeremy should continue.
The godfather.
Are we starting up a mafia?
Apparently.
I can't start a mafia with you. You're disheveled,
Why
you're
not?
unshaven, and you'd probably tell the police
That's a
thinking
lie.
that that's part of the crime.
That's a lie. I
No.
actually shaved my head the other day.
The last part has potential. You shaved your head.
Yeah.
All right,
Ah, you did too.
we'll end on you, Jeremy. We're approaching time.
Okay.
Tell us a bad surprise. No, that's too easy. Tell us a good surprise.
That's too easy.
I wasn't gonna let you get away with the easy one.
I gotta listen to those. Shit. I mean, being told that was a fucking crazy surprise. Being told I got cancer and had to go for surgery.
Hmm.
Good surprise,
I
Jeremy.
got to go to Disneyland, so that was also part of that surprise.
Hey, you get to go to Disneyland, but you also have stage 4 lymphoma. But you get to go to Disneyland.
I guess it was like a really aggressive one.
Oh.
Like
Oh,
really
wow.
quickly. Because it was in remission. I was born, it went into remission, and then when I was 8, they found it because it got really aggressive. And my aunt took me to Disneyland.
That's nice.
Yeah, I spent a week in Disneyland, and I got bored in Disneyland, so my aunt took me down to San Diego. We stayed
You
on the
got
beach for
bored
a
in
week.
Disneyland. Wow.
Yeah, I was 8 years old and I got bored in Disneyland.
It's impressive.
Wow.
Spent a week there. I was like, psh, whatever, I've seen what I need to see.
You must have been an
Like I said,
interesting child.
I'm one of those ones where it's like I do something once, and then it's not interesting to me anymore, right? It's time to move on. And over a week, we stayed in the hotel literally right across the street. Not the Disneyland. It was
Oh, I know the one.
the Hilton or whatever.
It's
yeah,
right
it was
next to the Denny's, right?
we were literally right next to Disneyland Hotel. That
Yeah.
hotel might not even be there anymore. I heard the Disneyland Hotel bought that whole strip out.
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
Remember, we're old.
Yeah, I was 8 years
Yeah,
old when I
that's
went
true.
there, so that would have been
You were-
almost 30 years ago.
I
You
forgot
weren't
about that.
even conceived. You weren't
That
even
would have been 27 years ago.
you weren't even a DNA sac inside your.
The for
I
reference,
was.
what was it? The Indiana Jones ride was currently being built when I went
Ah.
there.
You don't know shit. Don't
I
even
didn't get
say.
to ride that, and then 2 years later they put the Tomb Raider ride in. I was like, damn!
Don't get. Don't pretend like you know
going
what
to
we're
San
talking
Diego was
about.
actually probably my favorite part of that whole trip, spending a week on the beach and actually like seeing shit.
That's
I guess
awesome.
I like culture more than I like park, which I don't know. That makes me happy about being an 8-year-old child. I was more into adult-like things.
I on just on a side note, when I went to Disneyland, I didn't get to go. Like I went to Disneyland, but I didn't get to own the Matterhorn because
Really?
dude, like know how like 6 people got thrown off that thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
That
That was
happened.
after I went there. Yeah.
That happened like 2 weeks before I showed up.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
So
that,
there was no Matterhorn.
that makes sense.
The one I liked was what was that? The roller coaster in the Dark Space Mountain.
Which one? I guess I've
See,
been.
they only had one when I went there.
See, okay, sorry, I meant
It was Space Mountain and then the 2 floors of an arcade underneath it in that building.
I've been to too many. I've been to too many Disneylands. I've been a little spoiled.
I've only been to one Disneyland, and technically there's only one Disneyland, isn't there? They all have different names.
Nope. There's
Disneyland
Disneyland France, Paris, and Disneyland Japan.
Right. They just named
Disneyland
it.
Japan.
I forgot about that. But all the Disneylands
And Disneyland China.
3 in the States, eh?
There's 2.
2 in
Right?
the States.
Disneyland and Disney World.
I thought there was one more, isn't there?
No.
It's
Not
not,
that I know.
it's not referred to as a Disneyland?
I don't think so.
Oh, California Land. But that's part
California
of Disneyland.
Adventures.
Ah.
California
Yeah,
Adventure.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's part of Disneyland, technically. I think
it's
they're
more
a
the
shared
Pixar
part.
side.
Is it?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Still, yeah, I guess it's still technically owned by Disneyland. So
Yeah, it has like
that's,
Woody and
that's
Buzz
the one I
walking
was referring
around.
to, the California Adventure, yeah. But I forgot they're the same, pretty much the same thing.
California Adventures for the big people.
Yeah, and it's
Huh.
Pixar,
I mean,
so you can
Universal
go
was
play with Mater.
No.
All right. I think we've successfully completely deviated from the original topic.
Absolutely.
No, it's a surprise. That's the topic. It says right there.
You know what it is it's a constant drive to the left until we hit a tree, and we hit that
Yeah.
tree about 10 minutes ago. So
Is that really a surprise, though?
No, not at all.
Exactly.
that being said,
So we failed the topic.
I'd like to thank everyone for watching.
Mhm.
Thank you. God, I don't want to ruin the name. Rujhala for sharing.
Rushala, I just want to meet you now. You sound amazing and just like me. So
Yeah, you
very
sound like an
exciting.
awesome person.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank everyone. We are sorry you had nothing better to do, but we're glad you spent it with us here. I am C4. Beside me this way is Sara Vike,
On my way.
the Great Grease Goblin, and in the background was Sir Jeremy. Hopefully, Insanieac will be with us next time. Otherwise, we were the Villains Talk Show, and thank you all for watching. Hope you have a great night. I'll see you all Sunday for One Shot Sundays.